Hi viewers, I am back. This is Sridhar Reddy, Assistant Professor of Physics from Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda. Welcome to my channel Sri Quantum Academy, Feel the Physics at Glance. Today's our topic is how to find electric potential due to a spherically charged conductor. We will find electric potential due to a spherically charged conductor at various points inside, outside and on the surface. Before going to watch my video, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get latest updates. Please watch, share, like, comment my videos. We have to find electric potential due to a spherically charged conductor at various points on the surface and outside the surface and inside the surface. It's very lengthy derivation. So first we will discuss the steps which you need to follow to get this derivation. First we have to take a spherical shell over which Q charge is uniformly continuously distributed. Now we have to cut that spherical shell into small rings. It's like a onions in vegetable. Like take a onion and cut them like slices, pieces. Now we will consider one of such small ring. Find the area of that ring and find out the charge within that small ring. After that, use potential formula to find the electric potential due to the charge in that small ring. To get total electric potential due to spherical shell, we have to integrate within the limits. For three cases, point inside and outside and on the surface, each case we have to apply limits to get potential at various points. So first cut that spherical shell into small rings. Consider one of such ring with radius y and thickness dy. Find out the area of that ring. Generally area formula is length into breadth, right? Here length is nothing but the length of the ring. Generally length of the ring is indicated with circumference. So area of the ring is equal to circumference into thickness. Next, find out the charge within the ring. If the surface charge density is sigma, then charge is equal to sigma into area. So charge within the ring is equal to surface charge density into area. After that, we have to use potential formula. What is potential? V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Here a small charge dq is there, so my small potential dv is equal to, we will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by x. Here x is the distance from the center. After that, what we have to do? We have to integrate within the limits. For each case, limits will change. For outside point, my limits are small r minus capital R to small r plus capital R. And for on the surface, small r becomes capital R, and inside the surface, capital R minus small r to capital R plus small r. Within these limits, we have to integrate to get potential due to outside, on the surface and inside. Let us consider a spherical shell with radius r and center O. Let us suppose Q be the charge which is uniformly distributed on the surface of this spherical shell. If the surface area of this spherical shell is A, then the surface charge density sigma is equal to Q by A. A is surface area. For a sphere, surface area 4 pi r square. So my sigma is equal to Q by 4 pi r square. So Q be the charge which is uniformly distributed on the surface of this shell. Now what I am doing? I want to find out electric potential due to this shell at a point P which is at a distance small r from the center O. Now this point is at outside. So I want to find out electric potential at a point outside the shell. To find out the electric potential, just cut this spherical shell into two parts like this. Now again cut it in this way. Now I will left with a small ring, small slice, like in vegetables if you cut onions like a rings. If I cut total this sphere like this only, then I will get slices like this. All these are the small rings as the radius is gradually increasing. Right? I am considering one of such ring with radius y and thickness dy. See here. Now I want to find out electric potential at P due to this small ring. After that I will integrate within the limits to get potential due to whole spherical shell. Right? Consider a point P which is outside the spherical shell at a distance small r from the center O. Now I want to find out the electric potential at point P due to this small ring. Take 2 points A and C on the ring. The distance between point P and C is x. So Cp is equal to x. Join points A and C with center O. A and C points making an angle d theta with center O. So from that figure Cp is equal to x, angle COP is equal to theta and angle AOC is equal to d theta. See that figure from triangle OEC. Observe triangle OEC. Find out sin theta. Sin theta is equal to CE by OC, opposite by hypotenuse. So sin theta is equal to CE by OC. That implies CE is equal to OC sin theta. CE is equal to OC sin theta. What is O? Radius of the spherical shell which is given by capital R. So OC is equal to capital R. And what is CE? CE is the radius of the ring which we are considering. The radius of the ring is y. So y is equal to r sin theta. From sector AOC, observe here, sector AC can be written as r d theta, radius into angle. So AC is equal to r d theta. But actually what is AC? AC is the thickness of the ring. Thickness of the ring is given by dy. So dy is equal to r d theta. And radius of the ring y is equal to r sin theta. These two are equation number 1. Next, find out the circumference of the ring. What is the formula for circumference of the ring? 2 pi r. Here radius is y. So circumference formula 2 pi y. Right? 2 pi y. 2 pi into what is y? R sin theta. So substitute equation 1 here. Now circumference is equal to 2 pi into r sin theta. This is equation 2. Now I have circumference and I have thickness. From this what I can do? I can find out area of the ring. What is the formula for area of the ring? Area of the ring is equal to circumference into thickness. What is circumference? 2 pi r sin theta. What is thickness? dy. So my area of the ring ds is given by 2 pi into r sin theta into dy. But actually what is dy from equation 1? R d theta. If I substitute that one, 2 pi r sin theta into r d theta. Now what I will get? ds is equal to 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. This is equation 3. So what I found right now? Radius of the ring, thickness of the ring, circumference of the ring, now area of the ring. Right? Next, actually what is charge? Charge within the ring is given by charge density sigma into area. Q is equal to sigma into A. So within the ring the charge is given by dq, that is equal to charge density is sigma into what is the area? 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. So if I substitute that, dq is equal to 2 pi r square sin theta d theta into sigma. This is equation 4. Here what is sigma? Sigma is surface charge density. charge by surface area. What is charge? Q by surface area 4 pi r square. So if I substitute sigma is equal to Q by 4 pi r square in above equation, what I will get? dq is equal to 2 pi r square sin theta d theta into sigma. Sigma means Q by 4 pi r square, right? See here, r square get cancel, and 2 and 1 2 cancel, pi cancel. Then what I will get? dq is equal to q sin theta d theta by 2. This is equation 6, right? So now what I found? Charge within the ring. Next what I have to do? Just I have to use potential formula. Now, so the potential at point P due to charge on the ring is given by dV is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into dq by distance is x here. So x. Now dV is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by x, which is equation 7. But actually what is dq from equation 6? dq given by q sin theta d theta by 2. So if I substitute here, then dV is equal to q sin theta d theta by 8 pi epsilon naught into x. This is equation 8. Now see that figure. From the figure, triangle ECP is a right angle triangle. Triangle ECP is right angle triangle. From right angle triangle, hypotenuse square, that means CP square is equal to EP square plus CE square. So CP square is equal to CE square plus EP square. What is CP? X. What is CE? Y. But what is EP? EP is equal to OP minus OE. EP is equal to OP minus OE. What is OP? R. So EP can be written as R minus OE. So what I can write? X square is equal to y square plus R minus OE whole square. But what is OE? To find out OE, see the triangle OCE. See the triangle OCE. From OCE, find out cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent means OE by hypotenuse means R, radius. So cos theta is equal to OE by capital R. That implies OE is equal to R cos theta. If I substitute OE value, then what I will get? X square is equal to y square plus R minus R cos theta whole square. X square is equal to y square plus R minus R cos theta whole square. If I elaborate it, then what I will get? X square is equal to y square plus R square cos square theta plus R square minus 2RR cos theta. But from equation 1, what is y? R sin theta. Substitute here. X square is equal to y. Y means R sin theta square. That means R square sin square theta plus R square cos square theta plus R square minus 2RR cos theta. If you take common R square from these two, then sin square theta plus cos square theta becomes 1. So what I will get? X square is equal to R square plus small r square minus 2RR cos theta. Just differentiate above equation both sides. Then what I will get? X square, if you differentiate, 2x into dx. So 2x dx is equal to R is constant here 0 and small r also constant 0. 0 plus 0 minus 2RR. Now differentiate with respect to theta. If you differentiate cos theta, I will get minus sin theta d theta. Minus into minus plus. So 2x dx is equal to 2RR sin theta d theta. 2 to get cancelled. X dx is equal to RR sin theta d theta. From that, find out sin theta d theta. Sin theta d theta is equal to x dx by rr. This is equation number 9. Right? What is equation number 8? dv is equal to q sin theta d theta by 8 pi epsilon naught into x. Now what is 9? Sin theta d theta is equal to x dx by rr. Now substitute from equation 9 sin theta d theta value in equation 8. What I will get? dv is equal to qx dx by 8 pi epsilon naught rr into x. dv is equal to x get cancelled, then dv is equal to q dx by 8 pi epsilon naught into rr. Now this is potential due to small ring of radius r and thickness dy. To get total potential due to whole spherical shell, what I have to do? I have to integrate above equation within the limits. Now what are the limits? Case number 1, if the point is outside, then what are my limits? See here, point P is at a distance r from the center O. Now I have to find out total potential due to whole shell. Whole shell means I have to move my small ring from left end to right end like this. If I move my small ring to right end, then this is my right end point. If I move to left end, then this is my left end. Now I have to integrate above equation from this end to this end. Now tell me, what is the distance between point P to this right end? Actually, what is OP? Small r. What is radius? Capital R. So now what is this distance? This is small r minus capital R. So this is my lower limit. Now what is upper limit? Left end of the sphere. What is left end? This is my left end. So what is the distance between point P to this left end? Actually OP is r, and from that center to here distance is capital R, radius. So now my total distance is r plus capital R. So now my limits are small r minus capital R to small r plus capital R. If I use limits x is equal to small r minus capital R to x is equal to small r plus capital R, then v is equal to integral r minus r to r plus r into dv. That implies v is equal to integral r minus r to r plus r. What is dv? q dx by 8 pi epsilon naught into rr. Bring constants outside, all are constants. Q by 8 pi epsilon naught r into r. Integration r minus r plus r into just dx you will get. If I integrate dx, what I will get? X. What are the limits? R minus r to r plus r. If I substitute that limits, then what I will get? V is equal to q by 8 pi epsilon naught rr into upper limit r plus r minus lower limit r minus r. So minus of minus plus. So minus r plus r. What I will get here? R get cancelled, then V is equal to q by 8 pi epsilon naught rr into 2r. R cancel and 2 get cancelled with 8. What I will get? V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r. This is the expression for potential at a point outside the spherical shell. This expression shows that the potential at an external point is same as if the total charge is concentrated at the center, like a point charge. For point charge also potential equation is same. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r only. Now if my point lies on the surface of shell, then what happens? If my point lies on the surface, small r becomes capital R. If small r becomes capital R, then substitute small r is equal to capital R in above equation. Then what I will get? V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by capital R. This is the electric potential at a point on the surface of spherical shell. Next, case 3. if my point lies inside the spherical shell, then what I have to do? If my point lies inside the spherical shell, then my limits x is equal to capital R minus small r to capital R plus small r. How? See here. This is the spherical shell, this is the center, my point is at this point P, which is inside at a distance R. Now I have to move my small ring to left end to right end. If I move it to right end, then this is the right end. If I move to left end, then this is the left end. Now tell me, what is the distance between point to right end? The distance between point to right end is capital R minus small r, because capital R is radius of the shell, small r is the distance between O and P. Now this becomes capital R minus small r. Similarly, now what is the distance between point and left end? That will gives you capital R plus small r. So now my limits are x is equal to capital R minus small r to capital R plus small r. If I substitute these limits, then my potential V is equal to integration capital R minus small r to capital R plus small r into dV. That implies V is equal to integral r minus r to r plus r. What is dV? V is equal to q dx by 8 pi epsilon naught r r. Bring constants outside of integration, then V is equal to q by 8 pi epsilon naught r r into integral r minus r to r plus r into dx. V is equal to, if I integrate dx, what I will get? Just x. Limits are r plus r to r minus r. If I substitute that, q by 8 pi epsilon naught r r into r plus r minus r plus r. If I cancel capital R, then what I will get? V is equal to q by 8 pi epsilon naught r r into 2r. That implies r get cancelled, 2 get cancelled, then V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. This is same equation as the potential on the surface. That means the potential inside the spherical shell is constant and it is equal to the potential at the surface of the shell. So what I got till now? Potential at a point outside the spherical shell is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r. That implies potential is inversely proportional to distance, V proportional to 1 by r. Potential on the surface of shell, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. This is the maximum potential. Now the potential inside the spherical shell, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by capital R. That means which is same as potential on the surface. That means it is constant value. So if I draw a graph between potential on y-axis and corresponding distance from center O is on x-axis, which looks like this. The potential is constant up to the surface of the shell. Thereafter it is inversely proportional to R. So it gradually decreases as shown in figure. This is electric potential variation with respect to the distance from the center. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please watch, like, share, comment my videos. Thank you.